All right. It is Monday. I am getting everything situated for my speech class tomorrow. So while I'm working on that, I'm still checking in with my customers. I'm getting on Scentsy Connect. I'm heading off to director boot camp Wednesday. I'm very excited. Wednesday morning, I'm driving myself to the airport. I'm going to park my car and then I'm going to fly and then I'm going to get to know all the things. So I wanted to get a video in today just to remind you guys that this was an out of the blue invitation to the Scentsy Director Boot Camp. This was something that I wanted to do when I hit director originally back in 2020. But because of the situation and because of what was going on, we were not able to take that trip because everything was shut down. So it wasn't like I denied it or I didn't get like I just didn't get a chance to go. I also missed the leadership trip to Cabo. Excuse me. So there was a lot of things that went into play with me not being able to go. And honestly, I've been holding on to this for a long time, and that's probably one reason why I started doing this whole video dial or video blogging of my in and outs of my business is because I always felt like I missed out on a chance. But guys, sometimes things happen for you and not to you. When I lost my director title, it was very devastating. The first time I took it to heart of like, I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am not where, like, what's wrong with me? Why can I not motivate my team? Why can I not get them moving? Why can I not do the things that, like, why can't they do the things that I'm doing? Well, the things that I was doing wasn't even the basics of our business. It was very easy back whenever it was a post and you'd get orders. Now, if you just post and pray one time a day, then you're putting a lot of effort or a lot of significance on that one post. Like, how good is that post to cover you for the entire day for your customers? I didn't know all this back when I hit director. Now, I have not had my director title in a couple of years, but when they reached out, I really thought it was a mistake. I got the email and I'm like, I replied back and was like, oh, this must be an accident. This must have been accidentally sent out. No worries. But, thank you for the laugh. And they actually responded back saying, no, we are reaching out to SSCs who had hit director at one point and we want to be able to bring you to director boot camp because you missed out on that opportunity. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding. I just felt like I won the jackpot. Now, with everything going on with the stress of school and, like having good months and bad months, I've kind of been juggling back and forth. It's like, is this still something I need to do? But it is. It is still something because I don't want to have that thing in my back of my mind saying I didn't deserve it before or I missed my opportunity. This gives me a chance to see if I got it. At the time, there is no way that I would have ever been able to keep up with the director's numbers that was coming in because during the pandemic and having everything maybe like overly fluctuated, overly exaggerated on the PRV that I was getting, it was out of the realm of keeping up with for me because of how I was doing my business. So there's going to be times that opportunities come up and you need to grab them. You need to embrace them and try and do the best that you can. I'm going to go with a very open mind. I want to learn some things. I'm not going to be all about, well, this is what I did and this is why I lost it. I just want to learn some things. And that's what I'm kind of setting myself up for. Like, I am preparing myself to just be a sponge and absorb everything I can while I'm there. I'm hoping that there'll be something that clicks, that something that's like, "Ooh, I can't wait to even try this." So, in that like, in that spot or in that time when those things are happening, I'm gonna be writing them down. I learned this, and I can't even remember who did it. It was a training video, and it may not even have been a Scentsy training video. In the video, when you are trying to retain information, there's some people that when they write notes, they're very elaborate. They're like, "I took 9 pages of notes." You're never gonna go back and look at those. Like, you're never gonna sit down like, you might, like, later on that day or the next day or maybe, like, the following week, kinda look at that, but it's not gonna be a constant thing every single day to go back and look at these pages and pages of notes. One thing that I've told my team when they go to world tour, or SFR or watch any training is you want to be in the moment. You want to listen to what the person is saying. You don't want to be sitting there thinking like, what's the next thing to write down? Oh my gosh, I missed what she said. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna, like, oh my gosh, that was probably the golden ticket, and that was gonna be the only reason that my business is successful is that one little thing that they said, and now I didn't write it down. I don't remember it. And then you're still worried about what they said, and they've already moved on to something else. The best thing and the best suggestion that I can give you is when you're watching a training or when you're watching someone who is showing you how they work a system is to listen and be in the moment. At the end or when they're doing a transition, if they're like someone else is about to come up, jot down some things that they said that resonated with you that you can still remember, because those are the things that you need to work on, or those are the things that you kind of need to keep that running list of like, I want to try this in my business. And then that way you move on to the next one. So the first thing I do is when anybody comes up is I at least write their name down, and then I put the paper down in my lap and I try to focus. I want to focus on what they're saying. I want to focus on what they're talking about. I want to focus on what information they're giving me. And then at the end, I'll write some tidbits down of the things that like I've still stuck in my mind for the 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes that they've spoken. I don't know what to expect for Director Bootcamp. I don't know what to I know that we're gonna get to do some tours, so I'm not gonna be jotting stuff down, but I am gonna be taking my notebooks with me because I wanna be able to remember this experience. So that way when we stop, if we're looking at something and we're about to move into a different area, maybe I can jot something down so I can remember that experience later on and then put it down. Just like I'll be taking my phone with me. I'm gonna be taking some pictures and some videos of the things that we're allowed to share. Again, I don't think there's gonna be some, since I'm having to sign an NDA, then I know that there's some things I'm not gonna be able to share, and I'm not gonna be able to share it with you guys, but I will make sure to at least give you the information of the things I can share. So, as nervous as I am, my speech right now is my first nervous priority. I've been practicing on my speech all weekend. I have to do the presentation tomorrow. And then after that is over, like I'm then going to be on total director boot camp mode. I'm going to be ready and I'm going to be packing. I haven't even packed. I did do my laundry. So my laundry at least is being done. It's not put into the bag yet. I haven't even pulled out my luggage, but I've been stressing over something else. So another way to look at your business is that there's going to be times that stuff gets put on the back burner because you need to focus on what is coming up first. So when you have a launch coming, or if you have a release, or you have an event coming up, prioritize getting those done before you start throwing more things onto your plate. And there's no reason to worry about something that's going to be coming after this. Finish what you're doing, focus, prioritize the current thing that's going on right now. Once that's complete, stop for a minute, breathe, and be like, okay, it's done. Now, what am I going to work on next? Or what am I going to look at? If you're constantly having 5 or 10 things going through your head the whole time while you're trying to either work your business or do your job, or be around the kids, and you're constantly just worried about everything, you're never going to be able to focus on what's in front of you. Yes, it is great to plan. Yes, it is great to, situate things that are going on, but there's no reason to worry about them until they're here, because you're just putting extra stress and extra pressure on you, and then that means you're not going to be present in the current. So I'm going to keep practicing on my speech today, but I wanted to hop on. I wanted to at least connect with you guys today, before I'll be gone for 3 days. So I'm going to try and do some lives while I'm out. I may not have anything in the descriptions and stuff. I may do that after I get back. But I just wanted to kind of give you an insight. Now, I will show you guys the room, and making sure my roommate's okay with that, or at least I won't show her stuff. But I'm at least going to do some documentations through Facebook, along with on my personal and my business page. And then I will try and do some videos, or at least a little bit of a training, maybe after the first night, after the welcome. I think there's like a welcome party type thing whenever we get there. And then maybe I'll just do like a daily recap, and I may make that into one video and then upload that at the end. I'm not sure, but I will try and make sure that you guys I don't forget, because I don't want to get off my habit of trying to do these every couple days. just because I'm gone. So that's the way to keep a habit going, is that you continue doing it when you can, and you continue doing it consistently, even if it's not the full force. So when you have other things coming up, I'm going to do it. It may not be my long video. It definitely won't be in my office. It won't be with a ring light. It'll just be with my phone. I won't even have a microphone. So you should at least be able to hear me. No problems. But there's nothing else to worry about other than just uploading it. So that means the video is also going to be like this instead of the long ways, because I'm going to be doing it from my phone. With all that being said, guys, I am Cassie Bollinger. If you've found my page, if you've come across my journey, I think we're on, like, I don't know, part 36, I think 36, 37. I'm in the 30s now. So there's 30 other episodes of different things I'm doing. I try to keep them short and sweet. I try to make sure that I come across of what I'm actually going through in my life. There's good, there's bad, there's days that it was a struggle just to go live. Um, and there's times that I always can't articulate the things that I want to say. And it's a struggle bus. So sometimes the videos are going to be hard to follow. I do appreciate all of the supporters, all the followers, everyone who comments on my videos. I absolutely, truly appreciate everything that you guys do to support me. Every time that I get comments, every time that I get someone that comes on, it really helps me know that I'm reaching people and that this is a help, that this is helpful for them. And I love that y'all are on my journey with me. You kind of get to see the back end, just the, whatever goes on. Because I do podcasts too. So it's like podcasts, I'm in a different mode than when I am just talking about my everyday life. So thank you for following me on my journey. This is my journey to rebuild my business, to grow my customer base along with my team. This is just the ins and the outs, the goods and the bads, and just the struggle bus that I've been on trying to reclaim my director title. Now, honestly, there's been tons of videos I've done before. There is nothing in a title other than the letters. Honestly, it does not mean that you are less of a leader if you do not have that title. It does not mean that you are less of a consultant if you can't keep the title that you were given. It just means that there's just things that you still need to work on. So don't think that it's a personal attack on you. It just means that it's giving you the time to grow and to expand your business and to learn more of the basics. So that's the best suggestion I can have. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel so you can continue following it. I love to read comments. I do comment back to every single person. So if you do want to connect, you'll need to find me on Facebook, Instagram, and, oh, by the way, TikTok. I was able to do my first live over there. So if just search for me. I have different names on all the different platforms just because it is. But I think on TikTok it is Cassie Bollinger. On Facebook and Instagram is Casandra Bollinger. There's only one S in Cassandra, but two S's in Cassie. So find me. Let's connect. If you have questions, feel free to send me a private message. You can comment on one of these, and I'll be more than happy to comment back. I do try to make sure that I get back with all of you. If it's been a couple of days since you've sent the message, send it again. You can never send it too many times. There are times that I will start to write a response back, and then I ADD scroll and I forget, or something comes up and I try to go back to it and I don't remember where I was at. So I love you all. If you haven't heard it today, I love you. You are strong. You are important. You are worthy of this business. You can do it. Just keep going. The struggle is real, but you can get through the struggle. You can find your path. You can find your niche. You can find your love for this business. I'll talk to you guys soon.